Alrighty, so today I want to talk about LR Wrathful Broly's team and potential buffs. Will it be enough? All of that fun stuff. Um, the leader skill for Broly I think is interesting because he is. I'm really bad with this website, but he is an exploding rage 220% leader. So being an exploding rage 220% leader, that means we're going to be running two of this guy if you obviously want to run him on his own team. So what we need to look at is, does this team have enough? Will there be enough buffs throughout the years, or not throughout the years, but throughout the upcoming weeks to really make this like a real team? Does this team have enough? What could it use? All of that fun stuff. First and foremost, Broly himself, I think running two of him may not be like the most ideal way to run this specific team because of the fact that we have just so many different ways that we can run this character. And I think really where you're going to be able to get a lot of value from this Broly is going to be the movie bosses setup. Now on the movie bosses setup, it's a little bit tricky right now because of the fact that we don't have a ton of like really meta viable characters. Sure, there are some good units in here, but there's not a ton of units that are like, oh yeah, like I want to run this character everywhere. Tech Broly is not a unit I want to run everywhere. LR Janemba is decent, but not a unit I want to run everywhere. Super Saiyan Broly here, the Super Easy A, good unit, don't want to run him everywhere. I would say he's pretty much fallen off at this point. The 10th anniversary probably took him out of contention. I haven't used this character in a long time. And it's the same thing with this Int Broly, like you're running him in Festival and things like that. So we need to look at the potential things that we may be seeing for buffs on this team. Now, it gets like tough up here. And funny enough, these two are like right next to each other. So I think that this team needs an Easy A for this Super Saiyan Goku, and then the Super Easy A for this Broly right here needs to be really good. And then if we go over here, maybe that Broly, is he not on here? We're looking for Broly. So if we go to movie bosses, no, he's not here, huh? If we go to you, you are not on Exploding Rage. Yeah, so this guy isn't going to be the most helpful. Right now, when it comes to Broly's team himself, right, like this guy is not an option. So that automatically becomes a problem. And then we have to look around elsewhere. So him not being here, again, furthers my point that movie bosses is probably going to be the way that we want to run this character. And again, Exploding Rage itself, I just don't see like a core 6 where you're like always feeling good about the characters you're running at all times in terms of synergy and stuff like that. Now, with Exploding Rage here, this is also going to further the point that Kale and Caulifla would probably be on the banner, but that does not mean they are going to be like the best character on this team. And then another thing that is going to be good here is that this unit is not like heavily category restricted, at least in the Caulifla form. And then if we go over to Kale, if we go to her, you guys can see we don't need like a Kale and Caulifla, we don't need a Universe 6 ally, we don't need Kefla, we don't need Kaba, right? We have the options that we need to where this character could potentially work on the team for Broly. Now, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is going to be that case where we do have to think about these things. We need to have a movie hero for the extra defense or a hybrid Saiyan, and we also need to have this Goku around. So this Goku or youth category ally, let me say that, right? We have movie heroes or hybrid Saiyans. Then we also have Goku or a youth category ally. So when we look at Exploding Rage, we have the Goku is covered, right? This Goku is going to be fine. And then you're probably going to have to run Path to Power Kid Goku because not only are you getting movie heroes, you are also having youth here. So you can go either way. Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, I don't think is really going to be the way that you want to do this. And then this Super Saiyan Goku, unfortunately, has aged out. So when you look at the characters who have gotten their EZAs recently and stuff like that, I think what you're looking at is two of the Brolys, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, this Goku right here, Kale and Caulifla, and then Goku right here, and then, Path to Power Kid Goku. And then we are looking for one more unit that we would potentially run on this team. Now, when it comes to the buffs, I think it would just be this Super Easy A Broly. because of the fact that he is legendary Super Saiyan Broly, we are not going to have to worry about a linking issue again with the character being Wrathful linked up with legendary Super Saiyan Broly. I think that we have some potential here for a pretty decent team. When we look at where Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is, I'd say he's probably an A to an S tier LREZA. Very good unit, not in the top 10 or anything like that, but in like a stacking event like the Festival of Battles, I could see some potential there. This Blue Goku and Vegeta, still very much in contention for best unit in the game. Some people have them at 1, some people don't. Just comes down to the individual player. Kale and Caulifla, this unit right here is okay. Again, don't think they're really top 10. Maybe when they came out, they were in that range, but again, not in the top 10 right now, at least in my opinion. And then Pat the Power Kid Goku is just an okay support. So with Broly in specific, it's just like, it's tough, right? I don't know if this team is going to be able to get the help that it needs to really be like runnable. And I guess that's sort of like the question of this video. Like, can this team be good enough, right? Can we make the Exploding Rage team one of the best in the game? And I think that with an EZA, like a surprise EZA, like maybe like Super Saiyan Goku here, Birdcoo's EZA could be really good for this team because he is covering a lot of the bases of things that we need. When you look at this character, what is he proccing for our boy Super Saiyan 2 Gohan? We have a movie heroes ally and a name who includes Goku. So that's an extra, what, 318% defense right here. That's really good, right? Extra 318% defense just from this. And then we also have extra crit chance. It's going to make this Gohan even better, right? Now, obviously, like I said, this character is not perfect, but this guy is also going to be a stacking character. So when we look at this Goku right here, he's going to be stacking. This Gohan's going to be stacking. Wrathful Broly's going to be stacking. So we have a ton of good stacking characters for long events like the Festival of Battles, which is getting a new mission, unfortunately. So we have to at least consider it, right? That could be helpful for a long form event like that. And then if you are running something like Festival, you have Frieza here who can stack. You have Super Saiyan Goku who can stack. So you have a ton of different options. Now, where it becomes tricky for Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta specifically is you are missing that Trunks and Vegeta support. So that is where things will get a little bit dicey. But we also have Super Saiyan, we also have like the other Broly characters down here for different forms of events, right? Like maybe you're running something different where you can potentially stun the enemy. You have this legendary Super Saiyan Broly right here who is really good for stunning the enemy, getting his domain active. You have this Broly right here who's a good stacker for long events as well. So this team has some okay options. It is certainly not the worst Carnival 220 or 200/220 we've ever seen. I think that it's certainly better than a few. Just looking here, I'm not seeing too many like bad Carnival LRs here in terms of leader skills. You could say this one. I think that this team is definitely better than Universe 6. Full Power is probably better than Exploding Rage, right? Just because you get access to a couple different characters. So that's where things get like interesting to say. I guess that's like one way to put it. So it's like, and especially here when you look at the Super EZA for this Broly as well. Do we have him pulled up? Yeah. So when we look at his EZA, let me make sure we have like what we need. Yeah. So they essentially need to do a ton of different work for the Super EZA for it to work, like, and be really good. But what we have here, guaranteed additional supers is always nice. He has an AoE. We have buffs against pure hybrid Saiyans. That extra key is going to be extremely helpful. Potentially, maybe if this character becomes a stacker, we could see something like that. Maybe he won't. But we absolutely need somebody who can hold it down on this team for Exploding Rage to really make it to that next level. So, you know, it's in an interesting spot right now. I don't really know if this team, with the celebration, I think we're going to need some more. Unfortunately, for those of you who may have watched a video talking about or videos talking about STR Namek Goku, this unit will not be receiving a Super EZA, at least from the report that we got at the Dokkan Fan Festival. Someone was just running around saying that, and it's not true for now, but who knows? I don't really think this unit needs a Super EZA. Just based on when they came out, really. You know, this was a unit that released in 2019 on JP and got his EZA in 2022. Like, we don't need 2022 EZAs to get their Super EZAs just yet. Again, that isn't to say that like Namek Goku is running around destroying the meta, but it is to say that I think we have higher priority units that need Super EZAs over a unit like this Namek Goku right now. So unfortunately, I don't think he's going to be part of the buff for Exploding Rage, but I think Broly's team definitely has potential to be one of the better ones in the game right now. So let me know down below. Do you think Broly's team will be good enough? Are you looking forward to summoning for the character? Will you be summoning for the character, and all of that fun stuff in the comment section below? As always, you guys know there is a lot of things going on, and I'm talking myself through this, but we have channel members, right? People that we got to shout out, and these guys are the best. I appreciate them. I don't know why I said it like that. It's always fun to do this, but I appreciate those of you who do support via the membership option. If you guys want to become a member down below, you can do so for what is the price? I believe $2.99 a month. I do appreciate you guys doing that. And again, your extended support is always great. Shouts outs to Malcolm, Driftix, Devontae Little Jr., Sean C., Blue Sun, Preston Kitty, Tekka, Chunkster, Soldier 91, Yay, Wesley, Cosmo, Van, Brian V, and Raudokun. I appreciate you guys greatly for your support. You obviously don't have to become a channel member, but if you want to go that extra mile to support me, I always appreciate it. Helps make this content possible and make sure that I get a video out for you guys every day. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy this one. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you are new, and I'll talk to you in the next one.